They've given this to me so many times now that even when Peter was interviewing me, right, and I was channeling Saint Germain, and he said, is there anything that we can do? Is there anything that can nudge us further along on our evolutionary journey to this higher consciousness? And he was like, I'm sorry to say it, but it's pain. And this was before the election. Mm-hmm. It's pain. Think of the spur driven into the gut, the backside of a horse. That doesn't feel good to the horse. It's an annoyance. It's an irritation. It's a jolt. What does that make him do, though? It makes him run faster. It makes him perform. How are we going to perform if we're not goaded? What does Ganesh walk around with? A goad. How do you remove obstacles? You get pushed and you mount them and you go over them. You don't just get angry and then feel like you have to shrivel up and just suck it up for 4 years or whatever is happening in everybody's feelings right now. No, you want to see them. Did you want control? You have it. Go, have at it. Make America great again. Do it. If that's what you want, take it back from whom, I don't know, but do your thing. Just do it. Yeah, it's going to feel really crappy for a lot of people, and you're going to be heartbroken. But the best advice to give anybody is to keep coming back inside, reconnecting what's real and true, because none of this, as we all know, is real or true. It is all illusion, as you know. This is a real basket, right? But you get Lord Jesus or another master in here and they say, it's a collection of atomic particles. And I'll prove it to you. There's space in here. Boom, they'll put their hand right through it. It's illusory, this world. It's physical in nature. Yes, it's scientific, but it's elemental. As masters, you learn how to manipulate that. How do you create? How do you manifest things for yourself? You believe it, you visualize it, you see it, you dedicate your focus to it, boom, it becomes. Somebody created this bowl, this stick, somebody created that radio because they thought about it and they visualized it. And then they applied themselves and they worked the mathematics and the resources to make that. So you want to see a better world, you got to see what the ugliness brings out. You got to see the root cause of the hatred and anger. It's all fear. It's nothing but fear. Fear of the other, fear of being left out, fear of being forgotten. How many people across this country feel like nobody hears them, nobody listens to them? That man, I am not using his name, that man created a totem for all of those lost, heartbroken, sad, disconnected people. And not just them, also the people that have their own interests in mind, who have everything that they need, but they like the way that the focus is on enrichment. It's not about a government that serves individual people or that creates systems that work so that people can be educated and have their health care taken care of. That's not our focus here. Our focus here is on the rights that we have to own guns, the rights that we have to be individuals. And you can drive yourself crazy thinking about all of the ironic twists in the background of that prove that that's not actually happening. How can the government give you your freedom if your doctor's afraid if they take care of your ectopic pregnancy, they're going to go to jail? Those two things don't make sense. None of it makes sense. None of it. So the more you rack your brain saying, I can't, believe me, I've done this too. How can anybody? You cannot work this out in your mind at all. The world is changing. The climate is changing. And yes, a lot of it is based on human factors. We all know this. That doesn't stop people who are starving from clearing vast swaths of jungle in Brazil to plant coconut palms so they can harvest the coconuts and sell them for money. It's not solving anybody's problem. We're not here to solve these problems. We're here to witness it, observe it, digest it, and then turn it into something else. We are alchemists, okay? We're supposed to turn lead into gold. So you've just been given your molded piece of lead. What are you going to do with it? And that doesn't mean it stops anybody from being an activist. Hey, if you're an activist, go out there, write up some signs, and get your butt on the street and start marching. But don't get angry and just stew or feel like you've lost something. We haven't lost anything. And there really isn't a fight to be had. There's simply witnessing what happens when Human beings are in a situation where they have to evolve. They're going to experience pain. Pain and loss is part of the deal. And it's going to have to evolve over time, where people who have won this power now have the power to enact laws, to take care of these things that they've been complaining about, right? We'll have to just see what happens. See what happens. Watch and observe, because in another 4 years, something else will come up. And if something does happen between now and Inauguration Day, who knows? I mean, there's no way to like control any of it. So the guides that I've been communicating with and hearing from have done nothing more than say, don't watch the news, don't pay attention to even any of that. And I had this discussion with my husband, and he said, but you have to stay informed. And I said, why? Why do I have to be informed? If my goal and dream is to experience joy in this life and bring joy to others and offer healing, then that's what I'm going to focus on. I don't need to know who's been appointed to the Secretary of Treasury or whatever. I don't need to know any of that. I don't. I used to care a whole lot about it. Now I recognize it's a different game that we're playing. It's a different game entirely. This is about surviving as a being and not allowing yourself to give into the lower frequencies of worry, doubt, fear. That's what brought us to this point, and that's the work that we're all doing to overcome fear. We're working to rid ourselves of fear, to have fear driven from us. And so that means you can't worry about what's going to happen in the days ahead. Worry is like the worst vibration you can hold. So what do you do if you just, okay, it's survival time. Disconnect from the outside world, but it's not like austerity survival. This is beautiful survival, because again, the guides and the masters have been saying our purpose in life is to live in joy. You may think your purpose is to do this or to be that or to have that, but it's a very simple thing. Your purpose here is to live in joy. How do you do that? You find joy in the littlest things, in the veins of a leaf, in the colors on the trees, in the laugh of a child, in your own silly nature. You just find it everywhere. You just watch and observe and appreciate. And then you do what makes you happy, what brings you joy, what fulfills you. You make art, you write, you sing, you dance, you work on your body. That's the other thing that has been coming a lot with these meditations is it's body focused. And they've been doing this since I started, taking us through the body. Why? Because the body is its own thing here. And it gives us information. It gives us cues. It talks to us. We all have learned how to follow our gut, right? What doesn't feel right, that's not for me right now. Maybe that'll change, but my gut's telling me. So the focus on the body, staying grounded to Earth, to the physical planet, to planet Earth. In fact, I think I got that. Mother Earth. Feel loved and comforted. That's what I got today. Feel loved and comforted. That's beautiful Mother Earth holding the whole world in her arms, pulling it into her bosom and saying, I love you. That doesn't mean you have to go out to the people that you don't want to talk to right now and say, I love you, let's make friends. No. You just avoid it because you know it's going to trigger you. Avoid the triggers that make you angry. As soon as you feel it rising, disconnect. Get off social media. Don't even bother looking at feeds or tweets or posts. If people want to share things with you, good or bad, don't look at it. Don't watch it, because you'll either feel this satisfaction, yeah, or you're going to feel, I hate. You're going to feel it here and here, and that's no good. It's no good. Let the other people rant and rave, not us, not people who are committed to evolution, awakening, the light. That's not what we do. We're spiritually fit beings. We're the ones who have to lift everything up now and get ourselves grounded and rooted and do that for other people. Help diffuse the bomb. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you can't control what's going to happen out there. You can't control any of it. You think you can with the vote. We are led to believe that. But we all know that money is really truly what drives who gets in power. If you've ever watched any of these shows like Billions, there's backroom deals all the time. I'm convinced that there's been conversations with Putin about Ukraine already, like put me in there and we'll end the war, be the big hero, and then they're going to have to cede half their country. Or even Israel, the same thing. Put me in and we'll end the war. I'll look like the big hero and you get to keep all of this. Build your settlements. Bye-bye, Palestinians. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't control any of this. It's not really us. I mean, we think it is. But you can see how this happens. People are fed information. They make their choices based on the information. The information we're each fed is false or misleading or in one way or another propaganda. And in the end, it really doesn't matter who gets in there. We would like to think it does. And as far as like moving to Germany too, other countries have modeled for us what a society can look like when it prioritizes health, education, right? Health and education are two of the major things there. And if we wanted that for America, then we would prioritize that and pay for college, and we would pay for health care. We wouldn't make that a thing that you have to go out and get on your own, because without those two things, you're useless. And for the powers that be, it's better to be uneducated. It's better to be less educated for the people in power, because then you don't have the discernment to cut through what you're looking at. You don't understand how to learn, how to parse out truth from fiction. So it's better. And then you're too busy working multiple jobs anyway, so you don't have time to pay attention, to dig in, to get in there. You just want to survive. So in this place at this time, this is what we've been dealt. I would encourage you to put your anger and your frustration either in a journal and then take those words and burn them and dump the ashes, but just adapt like the animals do to the changing climate and say, what do I need to do to preserve my own sanity? I'm not going to connect with the stuff that triggers me. I'm not going to do it. If somebody starts a conversation that you feel it, you just say, I'm sorry, I don't talk about politics. Let's talk about that new recipe that you made. How's your grandkids doing? There's a million other topics we can talk about. We don't have to go down that road. It's all baiting us to be more fearful, more angry, more opposite of what we truly are. Do you understand? So we have to learn this, and this is why there's people like us in the world to help aid and assist other people, and that's why I'm here today, and that's why you're here today, because this is like a pep talk from Spirit to understand that. I mean, it's okay to give in to your feelings. There's no doubt about that. But you have to like move beyond that now and see what's on the other side of it. Mm-hmm. And the spirit of that, let's meditate. I also got positive change, Parvati, right? Mm-hmm. So the Divine Mother, she's one of the aspects of the Divine Mother, divine feminine energy, positive change. She's associated with like the mountains and seeing things from a higher perspective. So when you have positive change married to Mother Earth, feel loved and comforted. I mean, this is mother. Mom energy is here right now. And even though we don't have Kamala to lead us, she, again, in her movement, the people that were excited to see her felt the spark of hope and light. What did you get?
Mother, wife, sister, daughter.
Mother, wife, sister, daughter. There, yeah, it's female energy.
You should choose yours.
Yeah.
I did. No, I didn't.
So let's take a minute now, and we're going to get into our meditation.
One of each, if you want. Yeah. One of each. There's two first.
All right. We're going to start the meditation, so we're going to get into the disconnection. All right, so let's start by relaxing and getting into our bodies. And as you are seated and comfortable, it's important that you feel comfortable. So if you need to shift or change or grab a pillow or anything, whatever you need to do to become comfortable is what you want to do right now. So you can, we'll come back to those later if you want to focus on the meditation now. That's it. Just make sure you feel comfortable. Anybody need a blanket or anything? You comfortable? Okay,
I
good.
might take one more.
You want one more? There you go. All right. So just relax. Take a couple of nice deep breaths. Let your body settle into where it is. take a moment now to just scan the body for any areas that feel tense or tight, any areas that have been giving you trouble. And just allow your breath to move into that area, to soften and relax it. We're using the word harmony today as a focal point. Take a deep breath. Picture the word harmony in your mind's eye. Imagine that your body is an instrument, and how this instrument vibrates at various frequencies depending on what is going on inside of it. Let your body feel what is happening right now energetically inside each of you. Are you noticing that perhaps your mental body is overactive? Take a deep breath and tune it down. If you notice that your emotional body feels overwhelmed with either grief or concern, I know many of us here today are dealing with friends and loved ones who are in need of prayers and comfort. Take a deep breath into the emotional body now and let harmony settle into the emotional body. Harmony is a frequency like a rainbow of light, where each color is where it should be, just like in a rainbow. So let the mental body relax and calm down, letting it know it doesn't need to do as much as it's been doing. It doesn't need to think constantly. It can take a break from that. And we value our mental bodies, and we love our mental bodies, and we appreciate our mental bodies, the mental aspects of us that allow us to think, to reason, to work things out, to even imagine and create. Let that mental body take a break now and just allow it to rest without any expectation of thinking of anything at all. The thinking will come later, not now. Breathe in again, addressing again the emotional body. See your emotional body almost like a golden liquid form that resides within you, that ripples and reflects what's happening in your exterior world and inside of your heart. Noticing whether or not it is turbulent or calm. Seeing if the flow is unimpeded. Take note of this emotional body and its liquid gold aspect. Allow it to become smooth now. Smooth, calm, like a mirror of glass. Let the emotional body relax alongside of the mental body, aligning itself with the pure gold of wisdom. For it is our own wisdom that allows the emotional body to find comfort, to find peace. The wisdom that we've gained in this life and in previous lifetimes. Let the emotional body now tap into the wisdom that resides within us. Let your wisdom inform your fears, inform your concerns. Let the wisdom inform the emotional body now. Wisdom is gained from experience, is it not? Wisdom is gained from a lifetime of learning, of observing, of experiencing, of overcoming, of failing even, and then succeeding. Your wisdom base is what feeds you now. This is your banquet upon which you should be feasting, not the exterior world, not the things you hear on the outside of this body of yours. For your emotional body contains within it an intelligence, a wisdom that has been crafted specifically for you from this life experience and the ones who came prior. Know that as you work with one another, your emotional body can become open and vulnerable. And in order to safeguard yourself from absorbing too much extra energy or emotions from others, we ask you to just simply visualize the emotional body as liquid gold and run it through a filter that removes all impurities, making it go over and over and over again through the filters, cleaning and clearing it from any debris, any impurities that would impede your beautiful golden nature. Know that the emotional body exists to animate the creations that you bring forth here in this world. It is with great joy that you feel yourselves enjoying something beautiful. It is with excitement that you move forward with a fresh idea and a new plan. As these plans come to light, it is the emotional body that responds to setbacks, to changes in the plans that perhaps you did not anticipate. It is the emotional body that holds and sustains those frequencies as you experience them. This is why we say it is important to allow your emotional body time to work through its own filters and its own cleansing processes. To move through this period of time means your metal needs to be clean and pure, shining like the golden light that it is. Let your emotions take the lead. Let your emotions step in to help you through this transitional period by focusing on the emotions that give you the most. It is no different than the foods that you eat. Why would you sit down to eat an entire bowl of candy when you could have good nutritious foods fed through your system, providing you with nutrients, vitamins, and minerals? Why would you choose to consume junk food that provides nothing for you and does great harm to you? We all know this as a fact. Our bodies will reject foods that make us feel sick. So we ask you to see your emotional body in the same way you see your physical body. Consume only that which is of the purest and highest content in the nutrients that you are needing now, which is love, joy, appreciation, happiness, creativity, positive people, positive outcomes. See yourselves working together in groups to instill this in each other's hearts, to support one another, to see each other through the difficult times, to find common ground with each other, and to celebrate the joy of life, the joy of living, for the satisfaction of sharing moments with each other. Because we know our lives are limited here. We do not get to live forever. There is no tree on this planet that has existed for all time, is there? And so how can we expect ourselves to do anything other than that? We must understand that time is precious, and our time together even more so. So with the loved ones that you are concerned about now, the ones that you wish to spend time with, send that love energy along that continuum of your heartstrings, and know that your time together is what matters. Make the phone calls, do a FaceTime video, see each other in person, spend that time together in joy and laughter. Disintegrate down into the bits and pieces, the parts of you that begin to enjoy things like gossip or drama, or things that are fun to complain about. Sometimes this is what the human form appreciates and enjoys more than anything, but it is so very, very caustic to your system. Just like eating an entire bag of potato chips. Yes, they are delicious. No one will argue that. But you can see what it does to you when you've completed it, and you don't feel good when you're done. This is coming to you from the masters. All of us together have gathered here today to aid and assist you, and there are many of us. There are countless numbers of ascended masters and beings of a high frequency that work with you on a daily basis. So today we are simply focusing in on the bodies, the layers of the body, especially the mental and emotional bodies, because they have been through so much in the recent days, and even in the months prior to this. It is one thing to have your hopes dashed on the rocks below, but it is another to recognize in those shattered pieces the potential for something beautiful to come in the future, and to see yourself as one who perhaps uses those pieces to create a beautiful mosaic that is pleasing to the eye, that activates your creative imagination, and that gives you something to spend your time on that is worthwhile and beautiful. This is all we are saying to you. in order to activate those parts of you that need to be activated now. It is important, beyond important. It is essential to disconnect from those aspects that bring you down into a place that gives you nothing but junk. Take a deep breath now. Letting this receive now. I'm seeing it's the goddess Lakshmi, the Hindu goddess Lakshmi coming in now. Hold on. The gold is attractive. The word gold brings me to you. As you know, the gold coins that flow from me are representations of the abundance that flows in, through, and all around you at all times. I ask you to embrace abundance now, to see it as the antidote to the feelings of lack, to the feelings of hopelessness that have settled into your hearts because of some of these recent events. Know that as you move through the world, you carry with you this purse filled with overflowing gold coins that can be doled out along the way to those who need them. And so I am reminding you of your rich rewards and the enrichment of your heart, the enrichment that is already there. This flow of gold that is the emotional body is the word that I speak to you now. Compassion. Using it in this way, including it now in even the imaginations of the word harmony. Compassion can come in a wave with harmony. Harmony is the coming together of pieces and parts that have been tuned to sound beautiful together. And so as you marry these two together, the feeling of abundance married with the feeling of tuning into the frequency of harmony, peace, and compassion flows forth from within. I offer you my talisman, the white elephant, representation of purity in consciousness and in your heart, to see that you can remake it over and over and over again, that it is never colored one way or another, that at its core it is pure white, and pure white is the essence of all things. For all of the colors come from the rainbow, from white, and it contains everything, the pure light of God, if you will, the pure light of consciousness, the pure light that flows down to this planet from the sun that is at the center of this solar system. All of it is seen to me as abundance. And as I hold it in your hands now, I shape it for you. Take a moment now to imagine your hands being filled to overflowing with gold coins. See these gold coins not as money or currency in the traditional sense, but as your wealth of wisdom that you have accumulated, that has been stored up within you. And yes, it does also relate to what you need here, your resources, the things that you rely on to survive as a human being. But we all know that you need more than bread and milk, that you also need spiritual support, that you need your friends, that you need positive light energy to flow through your body, and that you need to feed yourself what is healthy for you. In energetic terms, this again is being reiterated to you, to count your blessings daily, to reconnect with the joy in your life, to find among yourself and your friends those things that tie you together and to celebrate them, to come together in classes or in groups, to come together in harmony as you sing, to come together in gatherings that permit and promote listening, healing, conversation, overcoming fear. Know that each of you is on your own journey. So take from this conversation what resonates with you and leave the rest. But know that I, Lakshmi, am here supporting you in your work and shall continue to do so always. As you hold these coins in your hands, know again they are for you, but also for you to share willingly and with anyone you feel is in need of upliftment. Take a deep breath. Push those coins into your heart center. Place your hands over your hearts. Let them begin to fill you from the bottom to the top. Melt them down if you need to turn them into liquid gold, to fill your body to overflowing. This is an abundance treatment for you now, to receive everything that your heart desires, to receive connection to the highest realms for communication purposes, to receive channeled messages if you so choose, and to receive healing guidance, to allow your body to be used as an instrument of healing, to allow your voice to be used as an instrument of healing, to allow all parts of you to be used in the service of the divine, to help aid and assist in lifting up your fellow human beings. Know also that this flows forth into the animal and plant kingdom. Allow the animal and plant kingdom now to gather around us as we sit here, holding our gold in our hearts. Imagine, if you will, all species that are struggling now coming forth to gather around us in a circle. See all species, plant, animal, matter, form, coming together now around us in a circle. As they adapt and shift and change, some of them know that their time has come to pass through this experience of being in physical form. Some know that perhaps this is their last time upon this earth, and they are not greeted with sadness but with joy, for they have had their experience, and now they return to the field of potential, to be created yet again in a new form, just as we give up our bodies to the extinction of it. It knows it is returning to the soil, to be born again in another form, in another way, at another time. There is definitely a sadness that comes from losing the unique identities of each species that we have seen here on this planet, or that has called this planet home. But we also know that everything here is impermanent, and that it is time for some to leave. So notice what is around you now and appreciate it. Take it into your heart. Renew and refresh it. Send it your thanks and gratitude for its service to this place we call home, Earth, and allow it to be as it is, to adapt, shift, and change, or to exit as it so chooses. In this moment, we are all transitioning. You may drop your hands. I see Joan of Arc coming forward. Joan of Arc stepping up, almost like from behind us, coming through our bodies and standing in front of us, and now turning to face us. I came up from behind you and moved through you so that you would pick up the essence and energy of my frequency. For whatever you know of me or have learned of me, I represent to you a symbol of courage, a symbol of strength, a symbol of the warrior spirit, one who is married to her convictions, who believes in them even at her own peril. Know that as you face your own fears in today's environment, you are no different than I was when I was incarnate. That I needed to do what I had to do to satisfy my own self, to stand up for what I believe in, even though I knew it would cost me my life, even though I knew I would experience great pain. And so it is with each of us as we move forward in life. We must embrace what is ours to embrace, and to enhance what ours is to enhance. If that is understanding, then do it, promote it, understanding. If it is compassion, then work through your heart to see within another that which you recognize as your own, and work on fixing it in yourself first. This is how compassion truly functions. And know that you come today to experience a feeling of strength too. The armor that I wear is a representation of the resilience of your own selves, how you have been through battles before. Some may remember from past lives, but some may have forgotten. Some may have never experienced a battle such that they are enveloped in at this time. And so that is why you chose to come in at this time. To see the world shift and change in such a dramatic way in such a short period of time can be very upsetting to an individual at certain levels of their understanding. But when you know that you come from source, from the gold that is within you, when you know that you come from strength, when you know that you are grounded in the truth of the oneness of all things and the connection of all things, you are not afraid of anything, for nothing frightens you. It is all there to be observed, to be dealt with, individually, one at a time, as it comes past your plate. You make your choice, what to eat and what to discard. We are asking for your discernment to be strengthened now. Take a deep breath. I hand my sword to you as a symbol of your own strength, to cut the cords that connect you to the things that cause you to feel anxious or frightened, to sever the cords of sadness that run through you, that allow you to approach life from a joyful standpoint and to witness what is happening through the eyes of your wisdom. Know that you have much work to do ahead of you, and it is often painful work that will cause you to have feelings or bouts of hopelessness and despair. But this is what motivates us. This is what pushes us. This is what makes us take up our arms and move forward. Know that I offer you my love, my compassion, my kinship. You are walking alongside of me now, and I will never desert you. Know that you can call upon me at any time to renew your strength and your commitment to your beliefs and values, to what makes you feel good. Focus on creating this for yourself, for pockets of time that contain much joy. Rest in those times when you can feel renewed and refreshed. I take my leave of you now. With the sword in your hands, I leave you. I'm hearing the call of the name Allah, Allah, and the Prophet Muhammad. We come today to celebrate with you the joy of living, of being part of a community of believers. As you have seen in this world, those who follow religions can be led astray, and there are extremes on either side of each spectrum of these belief systems that people have learned through tradition and culture to hold in their hearts. At our core, we all share the same values. You have heard many times there are multiple paths up the mountain, and this is why we have come to share with you our vision of the future, to show you that there is unity, even where there is perceptions of disunity, that there is one path that we all follow, and that is the path of love. At our core, the one that is within us, this column of light, the place where you ground, where you seek your fulfillment, where you seek your home space. This is what we all have at our own cores, despite our beliefs in these religions that create understandings of places like heaven and hell, the things that outline religious doctrine and dogma that lay ground rules for people to follow. These are constructed by man, and so they can be deconstructed by man as well when you reconnect with what is true and real inside of you, the poet within, the artist within, the creator within, the architect within. Each of us is responsible for our own lives here on this planet, and yet we are interconnected, and we are dependent on one another. Our relationships matter to us. They mean everything to us. As we all pray to whoever we call this light, this form, I use the word Allah. Some use God. Some use Yahweh. Some use other words to describe what they would call God or this light that is within us. Do not be afraid, but embrace all of it. Allow all of it to be as it is, and know that we are all friends and neighbors at our core in the spirit of light. We come together today to promote unity, to dissolve those artificial barriers that have existed around us for eons, and to see ourselves as one in our hearts, one from a place of love, and let the wisdom we have accumulated guide us as we move forward. There must always be a tearing down before something new can be built. This is our transitional period. Stay steadfast in your practices. Stay close to your heart. Stay with what gives you comfort. Use your words, whatever they may be, whatever language you speak, whatever God you pray to. Let that be part of your metal, the strength, the solid form. This Joan of Arc person brought into you, her form encased in metal. See yourselves as having an internal metal as well, armor on the inside as well, to protect you from unwanted energies, to allow you to discern that which you will allow into your experience and that which you will not. Be discerning. Again, the words have come from these masters who spoke earlier. Use the body as an analogy. You would not intentionally drink poison, so don't take it in if you know it will cause you harm. And if you're not sure, check in with yourself. Your own guidance will tell you. Take a moment now, just relax. Once again, we come back into our physical bodies. Let's take note of the physical form now. Recognizing that we are composed of cells. Each cell is unique in its own way that it serves the whole. A heart cell is different from a skin cell. Each one is created to perform its own unique function. And yet every cell in the body relies on the breath for oxygen, on the blood to carry nutrients and to remove the waste. Every cell in the body has its job to perform. And each comes together to do its work as part of a whole. The body itself now is wanting to speak. Work with your hands. Use your eyes. Use your senses. Interact with the physical world in a new way after this moment. Don't take any of it for granted. Allow me to be your servant, but also your co-pilot. I follow your direction when you will me in directions, but I also have my own feelings, my own passions, my own desires. I would appreciate it if you would listen for what it is that I am wanting and give it to me willingly, without being pushed to do so. For I will make myself known to you through what you are feeling in your body. These feelings come through often to tell you that what you are doing is correct. Let the energetic body now take shape inside the physical, reconnecting the emotional body of gold to this physical body that I am. Your wounds are beautiful. Just as I have learned to appreciate the scars that I have accumulated up to this point in our lives, I wish and hope that you will appreciate the scars that your emotional body has accumulated. Wear them like badges of honor. Every loss, every painful thing has helped you grow. So do not be turned off by it, but appreciate it. Let us bring the mental body back now into alignment with the physical and the emotional. Where you once felt guilt, remove it. Nothing to feel guilty about. Nothing to think on too much longer about. Where you have pondered and have feared, remove it now. Allow the mind to engage with the body and the emotions. To ask of the divine self, what is next for me? How can I be of service? Allow these to integrate now. And now integrate with the astral body, the energetic form, the causal body that connects us with past lifetimes, with other dimensions. Let us now unify in harmony by chanting Ah. Take a deep breath. Stretch your etheric body now out from the confines of this place. Allow it to create an orb of light around us. Allow that orb of light to expand, to include all things and all beings, and expand further, to include the earth, expand further. Breathing in and out to include all the planets, the sun, breathing in and out, to expand beyond this solar system, to the galaxy, beyond the galaxy, to the worlds beyond, to the multiverse. Feel your expansiveness, including all that is, all that was, all that will be, all that is in form, all that is not in form. Stay for a moment in this expanded state of awareness. And if there is no end to the expansion, allow those borders to meld into the voids beyond, to dissipate, to become nothing and everything. Now, in this moment, begin to slowly call it all back. Bring back your borders that have been dissolved into the void. Bring back the edges of your orb of light, withdrawing it back through the multiverses, back through the spaces in between, back through all the constructs of this universe, back through the galaxy, back to the solar system, back through the planets, back through the atmosphere, down to the earth itself now, coming down through her stratosphere, down through the layers of air, back through the frequencies of the planet, down to the vibratory frequency just above the planet, down above the earth itself. Now into the inhabited layer of earth, the first layer, the crust. Breathe deep, go down to the next layer beneath. Crystalline layers, mineral layers, aquifers, water. Go deeper now, even further down through the next layer of earth. Molten mantle. Bring it down deeper now, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. Emerge to the core of the planet. Emerge into the core. Observe the core. Touch the core. Embrace the core. Merge into the core. Feel the heaviness in the center of the earth. Feel the source of your own being. Follow it down into a point. Breathe in and out. Touch that place within. Plant your anchor here, rooted and grounded in the earth. Breathe in, breathe your energy and awareness now back up from the core. Slowly following that chain from your anchor up through the layers of the planet, through the mantle. Back up to the next layer and the next layer and the next layer, through the caverns and the open spaces and the crystalline kingdoms, through the root systems, through the crust. Back all the way up now to the surface of the planet. Back up into your body, into your feet or your back or your seat. See that chain that connects your anchor all the way hooked into your cosmic heart. And the cosmic heart is anchored to the light source energy of our true divine nature. And that is anchored to the cosmos. We are one unified, harmonized being of light, connecting with our brothers and sisters, connecting with all life forms on the planet, all systems of the planet, all the elements of the planet, the directions of the planet, the seasons of the planet, the movements of the planet, the ebbs and flows of the oceans, the tides, the relationship with the moon, the planets, the gravity, the feelings, the flowing back and forth. And you may join me in chanting Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om. Deep breath in. We are complete. And when you're ready, you may open your eyes and return to the room.